What's good to this boy Alex? We're back at it again. At the job, like always. Working like always. But I'm gonna be off tomorrow. But that's not the whole point of this video. But I wanna make this video because from what I've been hearing, LeBron and Kyrie are saying that the Golden State Warriors are not considered as a rival team. I disagree. The Cavaliers and Warriors, any fan, like, you don't even have to be a fan to realize this. When you see the NBA today, and when you mention the top two teams in the league today, the first team that's going to pop up is the Cavaliers. And if it's not the Cavaliers, it's the Warriors. We're talking about top two teams for the past 2 years. For the past 2 years, the Cavs and Warriors has been dominating the league. So, not only that, they went to the finals 2 times in a row. You go back to 2015, the Golden State Warriors fought the Cleveland Cavaliers, and they beat them Game 6. And all that stuff with Draymond Green talking about, oh, we're here, we're the champs, Cavs suck, blah, 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 blah. Then you got Steph Curry saying, oh, I hope the locker room smell like champagne, and blah, 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 blah. Then the next following season, but during the NBA Finals, the Cavaliers beat the Golden State Warriors, and the Warriors blew 3-1. That being said, and most likely this season, during that that Halloween party, when the Cavaliers had like the whole Halloween party, and they had a decoration of the Warriors blowing 3-1. They had the cookies with Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, and stuff like that, blah, 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 blah. But it's not even about that. It's the fact that we're talking about two teams who's been dominating the league, all right, for the past 2 years. This year will make it 3 years. That's only if the Cavaliers and the Warriors make it to the finals again. Most likely, the Cavs probably will make it back to the finals, and hopefully the Warriors, because I still think the Spurs could get them a hard time. I still think maybe the Houston Rockets, but you never know, because anything can happen in the West. But most likely, I think the Warriors can make it back to the finals. But like I said, we're talking about top two teams who's been dominating. All right, you look at the Cavaliers, you look at the power rankings. Cavaliers would be number 1, the Warriors would be number 2. And there's been times that the Warriors would be number 1 and the Cavs would be number 2. So if you ask me, that's a rival team. That's a rivalry. That is a huge rivalry. I mean, it may not be like the Lakers and Celtics. It may not be like the Bulls and Pistons, but this is the closest you could get when it comes to a rival team. So to say that LeBron and Kyrie saying that this is not a rival team, fanboys, analysis, people, like, you only have to realize, you only have to think about it. Like, the Cavs and Warriors are the best team in the league. They're one of the top 2 teams. They've been dominating the league for 2 years. And like I said, this season will make it 3 years. That's only the Cavs and Warriors make the finals again. And they've been in the finals 2 times in a row. The Warriors beat the Cavs back in 2015. And then last year, the Cavs beat the Warriors in 2016. They met in the finals 2 times in a row. They went to 2 consecutive finals. When the Warriors, back in 2015, they went to the finals for the first time. The Golden State Warriors went to the finals back in 2015 for the first time with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and so on. Cavaliers went back to the finals, and LeBron was there, but Kyrie wasn't there. Love wasn't there, and the Golden State Warriors beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. So now it's so much tension between those two teams, because a lot of people are saying that if Kyrie and Love didn't go down, the Cavaliers would have won the championship, but you never know. So it was so much tension. Like, we want to see the Cavs and Warriors again. The next following season, everybody thought the Warriors were going to be the Cavs, but that wasn't the case because the Warriors blew 3-1. So Cavs beat the Golden State Warriors, and now they're the defending champs. And they've been going to finals 2 times in a row. So to say that these two teams are not our rivalry team, I don't know what is. Like, I know LeBron be going against the Spurs and the Celtics and stuff like that, but if you look at the Cavs and Warriors, we're talking top two teams who's been dominating for the past 2 years. So if you ask me, they're the top teams in the league right now. Like, you don't even have to watch the NBA to realize that. You know, you hear these things between the Cavs and the Golden State Warriors. They're the best team in the league. They've been dominating. They've been dominating for a while. So I don't know what was LeBron talking about. I don't know what Kyrie was talking about. But like I said, top two teams, top best teams in the league right now. They've been down for the past 2 years. They went to 2 consecutive finals. They, like, Warriors been in the finals 2 times in a row. Cavaliers have been in the finals 2 times in a row. So to say that this team's not a rivalry, and most likely if they make the finals again, if the Cavaliers make the finals, most likely they will make the finals. Then if the Warriors make the finals again, that's a rivalry. That there's no, like, come on, like, you gotta admit that these two teams are rivalries. I don't care what anybody say, because these two teams has been dominating this league. But this is just my opinion, and I know everybody else has different opinions. But what's your opinion? Y'all think the Cavaliers and Warriors, they're not really a rivalry team? Do y'all think they are a rivalry team? Most likely, I think they're a rivalry team, because if you have two teams who's been in the finals 2 times in a row, and most likely who's been dominating the league for the past 2 years, this is a rivalry team. I mean, like you said, it may not be like the Lakers and Celtics. It may not be like the Bulls and Pistons. Hell, it may not be like the Miami Heat and the Spurs. But this is the closest you could get. So let me know in the comment section. This is your boy Alex. Subscribe and deuces.